Dawn had just broken when the roar of motorbikes, the honking of horns, and the scraping of cartwheels began to shatter the silence of the fish market area. The sky to the east was still shyly revealing its orange hue, but the narrow alleys of the market were already bustling with activity as vendors and buyers haggled over prices. The fishy smell of fresh fish mingled with the scent of sea salt, lingering in the dew-drenched air. At the market entrance, several trucks and pickup trucks were lined up. Workers hurriedly unloaded styrofoam boxes filled with fresh fish, live, still-moving crabs, and large shrimp still wet from melting ice cubes. The sound of hammers could be heard as the crates were unloaded. Meltwater flowed across the smooth cement floor, mixing with ice flakes and fish scales. Inside the market, rows of wooden tables covered with plastic tarps were piled high with piles of fish of various sizes. Tuna, mackerel, milkfish, and even large tuna nearly waist length are neatly arranged on shaved ice to keep them fresh. Vendors dressed in tattered t-shirts and plastic aprons hold sharp knives and large wooden cutting boards. Some are busy weighing orders, while others deftly cut the fish according to customers' requests. Several buyers carried woven baskets or plastic buckets. They were housewives who had arrived early to choose the best fish for their kitchens. In another corner, fish collectors stood with notes in hand, going around selecting large fish to resell to restaurants or smaller markets on the outskirts of town. Bargains were quick, sometimes accompanied by laughter, sometimes raised in pitch when the price wasn't right. Amidst the bustle, the sound of water trickling could be heard from hoses that drained water into holding tanks. Some vendors cleaned fish on the spot. Scales flew off, gills were discarded into buckets, and leftover fish pieces piled up in a corner of the market waiting to be picked up by scavengers or cleaners. The fishy smell was getting stronger, but no one complained. Here, the smell of fish was the smell of good fortune. Sunlight began to creep in through the gaps in the perforated zinc roof. Sparks of light fell on old iron scales in plastic buckets filled with air. An old man in a shabby hat was counting small change, exchanging 2 kilos of mackerel for a few thousand rupiah bills. Behind him, a wholesale buyer in batik was busy calling his driver to bring him a styrofoam box full of fresh tuna. Several young people, perhaps restaurant workers or traveling fish vendors, squatted down, selecting fresh squid, examining each one's gills. They often put their noses to the fish to confirm its freshness. A sharp, fishy smell is actually a good sign here. The morning fish market is the pulse of many people, from fishermen who have been out at sea all night, to vendors selling their produce, to collectors redistributing it, to buyers taking the fish home for dinner. All are connected by simple transactions, bargaining, counting money, bringing home their fortune. And as the sun rises, slowly, one by one, the stalls close down, clean up the remaining fish, roll up their tarps, and wash their hands, which are covered in fishy odor. But the lingering hustle and bustle lingers. Puddles of water on the floor, the aroma of fish lingering on the wooden walls of the market, and the morning stories that will repeat themselves the next day. At the fish market, morning is the best time, a time when hard work, fortune, and hope blend in a timeless simplicity.